About 4 years ago, something happened to me that has changed my entire life. My trajectory changed the instant that I decided that I was going to put things in motion for me. You see, it wasn't something that I decided to do out of the whim. This was a long process, a long decision of contemplating, thinking, and strategizing as to how this would look. I remember being married, and my former husband and I, we wanted to make this decision. But of course, things don't go as they plan. I knew that the opportunity was still there, and that if it came up again, that I was going to take the opportunity. Time had passed, many years had passed, and the opportunity was open for me. I saw a door opportunity for me to go in this direction, and I went for it. I kept my mouth quiet. I didn't tell anybody about the decision because it was just something between me and Source. I wanted to make sure that no outside distractions interfered with what I was doing. And so therefore, I kept my mouth closed, and I was very intentional with my decision. I was intentional with the things that I did, the places that I visit, how I put it all together so that it can look exactly how I wanted it to look. After all, I know that I'm responsible for the reality that I create, and I do understand the law of cause and effect. Whatever I do, there's a corresponding effect that's going to transpire as a result. So, after some time had passed, I finally was able to make this decision. But I needed to settle some things first. And that settling came with me closing some doors that needed to be closed and rectifying some things that needed to be rectified. So I made some calls to some people that I knew that I needed to close the door. And I did that, and I had some peace. I had the peace that I knew that I've done everything that I needed to do in this season, and now it's time for me to shift into another season. The day had come finally to where I was about to make this shift. And you're probably wondering, what was this thing that happened 4 years ago? What happened to me 4 years ago was I made a decision that I was going to move. I was going to relocate from Wisconsin to Atlanta. Now, mind you, 10 years prior to me making this decision, I remember typing on social media, boy, would I love to move to Atlanta. And someone that lived in Atlanta responded, come on down, we welcome you here. I did not know then that 10 years to the date that I would be in Atlanta. There was only one person that I told the day prior to me making that final transition, and that was my sister. I called her over and I told her, I said, I'm going to be moving. I have some things that you like, some of my stuff, because I'm giving things away. The less things that I have to take with me, the better. I wanted to travel light because I knew that where I was going, there wouldn't be space for me to put all of these unnecessary things. So she came over. There was nothing that she needed, but she came over and she was like, really? I did not know that you were going to be leaving. So yeah, I kept my mouth closed. I was intentional because I understand outside voices can become distractions. I did not want my decision to be influenced by those that I love, nor my close friends and colleagues. I wanted this decision to be solely based upon my own choice, my own will, my own authenticity. And her words to me was, I'm very proud of you that you are making this decision that's best with you, that's in alignment with who you are. I knew that taking this decision, this road to where I was going, I knew that it was going to be some hills and probably some valleys, but yet I knew that this was something that I was supposed to do because the door was open, a portal was opening for me to be able to travel in this direction. I knew that I had to go through this portal to leave the old and go into the new things that were transpiring or that were waiting for me. But before I left, I called one other person and I shared with them my decision to move. And quite naturally, they were extremely surprised, but yet they supported me in my decision. Again, you see, I did not want anyone else's thoughts, their ideology, because sometimes people have plans for you. They have plans for your life and what they feel that you're supposed to do with your life. But we are the creator of our reality. And there's a law of cause and effect that whatever you put out, there's a corresponding reaction that comes back unto you. You're going to be accountable and responsible for what happens in your life. I knew that if I saw myself there 10 years ago, that day, that my feet can only take me where my mind 10 years ago had already been. So there was no stopping me. I wasn't going to let anyone stop me from doing this. So I was very intentional. Got to Georgia, resided with a family member at that time. Our lives were totally different. Her life path and my life path did not look the same. And I knew on the way there that there probably would be a clashing in the energies emerging. But yet and still, I knew that I had a goal and I kept my eyes on that goal. And I came to Georgia. There were things that transpired in that relationship. Some things kind of pierced me, but yet they awakened me to my true identity, to my true self. Some things that were done, whether they were maliciously done or intentionally or in good favor. I look at everything that has been done as for my good. I don't look at nothing that I've ever been through as opportunities to cause me to fall or to destroy me. Nothing in this world can attack me. So going in, the things that were transpiring, that were said to me, I knew then those things were done so that I can evolve. That's what this entire journey is all about. You evolving, you coming to your highest state of awareness, your highest state of consciousness, you being the version of you that you've never met. You've always been the virgin. It's not you becoming anything. I wasn't becoming a new person. This version of me always existed. I was just having to meet her. And I met her when I came to Georgia. I met this version of me that I knew that was always there. I wanted to experience this version. Sometimes we downplay who we are. We shrink our existence. We do that even though it could be to make other people feel significant in their own journey. But yet, the small details about that can also be where it could be some things that have happened in your life. Maybe in a previous life, someone shrunk you down or your voice was silent. And this has been your journey to now awaken, to use your voice, to become the voice, the light, allowing your light to shine so that those that are in darkness their path can be illuminated through your light. So I welcomed that opportunity and that experience to be able to go through that portal, to be able to transform my life. Because in me transforming my life, I have been able to help others transform their life. If that story resonates with you, I believe that you have been given an opportunity to go through a door, to go through a portal, so that you can transform your life. There is no one that's stopping you. Only you are stopping you. Only you are hindering you. Your voice is the main voice. Your voice is the main counselor, the main tutorer. Your voice is the one that you live with 24 hours a day. Sometimes we have to silence the loudest voice, and that is our own. Sometimes we have to get a goal, know what that goal is, and be intentional with it, and don't allow any distractions to stop us. That's what you need to do in this season. Don't allow the distractions. Don't allow the outside noise. Sometimes the loudest noise is the most emptiest vessel. Those that love you the most can be the ones who really hinder you the most. It's about growth. It's about expansion. It's about evolution. This journey is about you, and it has always been about you. You've been the main character in your story. You've been the starring actor in this story. You're responsible for the other characters that you bring into your story and the role that they are to play. My relative, when I got here, played a role. She played a role very well. She played it very well. I brought her into my story, just like you bring in every person into your story. And you assign them a role to play that's going to make this picture, that's going to illuminate this illusion, this dream into reality. I hope that you're bringing people in, whether it people that come in that cause pain or that cause joy. Bring the characters in because it's all a part of your growth. You need to grow. You need the pain, and as well as you need the good, the feel good, the happiness. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're responsible for the outcome. What do you want to do on your journey? What do you want to do in this life? What do you want to be? Whatever that is and however that looks like, make sure you're bringing in all the characters in your story, in your path that will help you get to that destination.